funny because we have this podcast, but we're not big internet people.
No.
We're not big.
I share my husband's stuff, and pretty much that's it. And whatever you're gonna send me is on the
And I'm on this podcast.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
What are you talking about?
We're at Words on the Street. Thank you for coming back. I'm here with Eddie.
Chip. Before we get started, I just want to say St. Joe's girls basketball is playing in the regional finals Tuesday at 7 o'clock, St. Joe's High School.
Is that like the top?
It's like they're in Division 2, so states. So if they win,
State right now?
so if they win right now, they'll play in Sacramento for the whole state Division 2 title.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. And then the boys won too, didn't they?
The boys lost yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, but they made it to state.
They made the states and lost to Harvard Westlake.
Okay, but they made it to state.
Yeah.
So that's good. They still did good. Okay, is there anything you want to talk about?
Whatever you got going. Whatever you got going.
Well, what's new in your life? You've been here twice.
What's new in my life?
Yeah.
Just my daughter. We just started track.
She's not new.
She's new.
She's not new, Eddie.
She's just track season and flag football and just work. Ain't really nothing too new. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
we're not,
Okay. There were some things you don't want to get into,
we're not getting there because there's a bunch of haters out there.
everything's going good.
Everything's gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't talk about what we talked about last time, but we'll get into it next time.
We could get into. We just not talking about
Okay.
the dating situation because.
Well, that's your follow-up because see, your episodes were that.
Okay, so we could get into the follow-up, but we're not getting into the dating follow-up because...
Yeah, we're going to get into... We're not going to touch on that.
Things start strolling over there. So we live? People out there?
Yeah, we're on. Yeah.
People are on there?
So what's up, y'all? We're doing an episode with Eddie. So we're just going to try to get into it. Today's been a little bit... I can't talk about this. I can't talk about that. So you know what I mean? But I'm going to do what I do because it's Words on the Street. So,
Word on the street.
You know what I mean? So...
We back.
We're back. We're back. But today we're not getting into anything on that side. What we're going to talk about is, I want to talk about fatherhood with you. We're going to talk a little bit about support. We're going to talk a little bit about masculine and feminine energy. Okay. And and manhood, and just kind of see your perspective on some things. Okay.
Let's get it.
All right. So on some of the past episodes, you said that you were primarily, or you can correct me, primarily or 100% raised by your father.
Yes.
What did you learn about men before you became one?
Just being a leader. Like my dad was always like a leader, no matter whether he's in the household or not. I still felt like growing up early age with my mom, my dad still kind of led the household whether he was there or not.
Mm-hmm.
And even the time he wasn't there, it was like he was always the leader of like just what went on in my life. Without my mom, it was like, well, he's doing this, he's doing that. My mom was okay with that, primarily because my mom wasn't very active in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a big brother, and he was always, he was my role model. And he was in sports, and he always made sure that we were okay. So he was always there as well. So I just think my father...
At what age did you go to spending more time with your father?
I moved with my father the summer going into my 6th grade year. My mom had went to jail. There was no, and when she I think she spent like 6 months to like a year in jail. And when she got out, there was no fighting back for me in the court system. It was like I was living with my dad, and that was probably the best situation for me.
Yeah.
I saw my dad every weekend, if not throughout the week, because he was always at my sporting events.
Yeah. Always.
So he was always present. And even though I lived, I want to say like 100 feet from the boys club, like my mom never been to not one of my sporting events. And I've been playing sports since I've been 5. So it's like walking from here to the curb.
Yeah.
And she's not been to not one of my sporting events. But my dad has been to almost every game.
How did what was the shift when you went to live with your dad, just as far as being a young boy?
It was more structured. Him being in the service. When I was with my mom, I was running wild. There was no curfew. Come in, go as I please. There was times where house was filled and with the crackheads with my mom, and I would just leave and walk to my grandma's house. Like I'm out 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, walk across the city to go to my grandma's house. So living with my dad, it was come home, there's no TV, no soda, no anything. You do your homework, do your push-ups, you go out and train or your practice. I mean, eat dinner at a certain time, eat with the family. With my mom, it was like she made dinner when she wanted, come in and eat when I wanted, go to bed when I wanted. With him, everything was structured.
How do you think that shaped you?
I think this moving with my dad, it shaped me to being the father that I am today. Not to toot my own horn, but just a lot of people commend me of what type of father, present father I am in my daughter's life. And I mean, like I'm always, even when I don't have her, I have her. Like I get her from Tuesday to Friday and then every other weekend. So tomorrow will be Monday, I'll have her because I'll be training her. And there's no issues with the mom, her having me having her on a day or training her on a day that she has, right? We had a party yesterday. Our mom dropped her off at 1, which was her mom's weekend. And then I had her all the way until about 9:30 because we went to my niece's basketball game at St. Joe's. So we co-parent very well, and I'm just present in my daughter's life.
Did you see that co-parenting with your parents? Not saying. Did you see the willingness to co-parent on your father's side? That's a better question.
See, I don't think there was any pushback. I just thought that, with me and my daughter's mom, there's no court or law involved. We just figured out what was worked best for us. And I think just looking back into my mom and my dad, I don't think there was no court involved either. It was like, you're going to your dad's on the weekend, I get on the bus, $1, and it would be from like here to Santa Maria, get on the bus from here to Santa Maria. I don't think there was any court of any of that involved. I don't even think there was any like support, child support involved in that.
Did they model a healthy co-parenting relationship for you? I'm just wondering.
There was never no fighting between spending more time with my dad or spending time with my mom. But it was basically more my mom. Like when I was going to my dad's, it was more I'm staying at my mom's, and the weekends I'll go to my dad's. Yeah. There was really no fighting. Anything that had to be involved in school, my dad going to the school or parent-teacher conference or any of that type of stuff, my dad was going. My mom was never going. It was always my dad. Anything that had to do with sports, my dad was going. Anything that I had to do, I needed money for sneakers or anything like that, I was asking my dad. Or an uncle or something would give it to me.
How do you think growing up without your mom being as consistent in your later years, how do you think that shaped who you are?
It's tough because I think for me, growing up with my mom from an early age to 6th grade, I feel like it hurt me with dating women because my mom was just a liar. Was just never there. So now that I keep like my guard up, and then just trust. I'm gonna be here. Never show up. I'll be at your game. Looking at crowd. She's never there. So just having trust issues with women kind of like, I feel like hurt me in the long run. There was a lot of hatred towards my mom when I left out of there. I probably, in 6th grade, moving with my dad until about now, I probably talked to my mom no more than like 10 times, 10, 15 times.
Yeah.
And it's because I just felt like when I was with her, everything she said was just a lie. Like in the hospital, I was in the hospital, I broke my hip in 2008. I think I was like 25, 24, 26, around there. Was in the hospital for 9 days, and not once did my mom show up. But getting a phone call from her, I'll be at the hospital. And I was there for 9 days, right? It was Memorial Day weekend. Dislocated, fractured my hip in 3 different places. No doctor on that. It was a Saturday, no doctor on. I saw a doctor on Monday. Surgery happened on Wednesday, and I was in the hospital for the last couple of days. So I was in the hospital for 9 days. And not once did I see my mom. Whether my dad was there the day it happened, and he was there every day.
Yeah. Do you, is there a way to move past that? Where, here, okay, let me rephrase that. What do you think is still blocking you at, because you're 38?
Come on,
How
B.
old are you?
Come
40?
on, B. I'm 42.
42, okay.
No,
So-
yeah, 41 or 42.
No, you're 42. You're 42.
Damn, B.
You're 42.
Damn, B.
You're
Trying to get me here. Got me 41?
You're 42.
How you know?
You know, I would listen. You're 42. So at 42, is there any way to bridge that gap with you and your mom? Do you think that? Because obviously there's still something that young Eddie still needs to process, or you know what I mean? Because she can't go back.
So I can't go back, but I don't think there is anything to bridge it back. But the state of mind that my mom's in right now, she's brain dead. She's been brain dead since 2013, 14. She's.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like, yeah, but I kind of forgave her, right? And then I still had some hatred, and I just listened to a podcast, I forget which one, and it was like, you know what? Like, for me, I was always thinking, like, if she died today, I wouldn't be at her funeral, right? But when I forgave her, I took my daughter back to see her in the facility that she's in. And I told her that, Mom, I forgive you for everything. But even after that, like I was still like, but I felt like I had to do the due diligence of having my daughter meet my mom.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I would, since my daughter's been 6 months, we would fly back to Pennsylvania to see my family. And there was like 4 times I would fly back and she would just never know, like never seen her. So when she was old enough, I took her back to the facility to see my mom, to meet my mom. Like, this is Daddy's mom. She's brain dead. She can't talk, right? And then walking out, she's like, Dad, I don't want to go back there and see Grandma again. I said, you don't ever have to. I just wanted you to know who Dada's mom was. And before she was born, she was already like that. So it wasn't like I waited until she was brain dead, but she was already like that when my daughter was born.
Yeah.
Then the next day, we drive by to go to my little cousin's football game. And she's like, Dad, no, I don't want to go there. Like, she's like 3 years old at this time. Like, the memory of her, the street she's driving up, like, she saw, like, no, we're going to go see Cade play. You don't have to go see her. But just listening to a podcast, I was like, I can't be like that no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, because I've been back and I have gone to see her like 3 or 4 times, right? Like, I can't be like that no more. Like, I gotta go and see her. Like, whether it's with my daughter and she doesn't want to go back, I just got, like, if it's too much for her, but at least I'm taking her to go back. And then I was like,
even if you leave her with family,
right,
you go spend a couple minutes with your mom, you do that, yeah.
Yeah, and then just like not thinking about, I'm not gonna go to, like, no, I need to be there. Like, this is the woman that brought me into this life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she did raise me, and she did do the best that she could. And I started thinking about all this like after like a podcast. I think it was I forget his name. He was a boxer. He was on the pivot. And I was just like, nah, like he kind of like I feel like he was like speaking to me. Like she was doing her best, but she was just addicted to crack. You know what I mean? So it's like I have to forgive her for that, because in her state of mind, like she had no control. Like the drugs was taking control. So my whole, after listening to that podcast, my whole perspective of her changed to like, nah, we'll be at her funeral.
Yeah,
Like next time I go home, like I'm gonna go visit her.
for sure.
So
I think sometimes it's hard for us to separate our parents from being the parent, and then from just being a human
yeah,
and a mom or a dad. You know what I mean?
yeah. So like even like when I took my daughter back to meet her, I felt like something in like my dating life was holding me back. That why I didn't really like women, or it was hard for me to connect women.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was like I had to go and make peace with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I did that. And then just listening to that podcast kind of like broadened my whole perspective of the addiction, because my whole perspective before that was like, you have a choice.
Yeah, it gave you a little bit of grace.
Yeah, you have a choice, and you chose to do drugs instead of being a mother. And even with like family and friends, like I'm just harsh on addiction because I grew up with it. Like, bro, you have a choice. You got clean and you went back. You have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, like he's addicted. No, he has a choice.
Yeah.
Like the addiction doesn't really sit well with me.
Because you're sitting in the effects of the addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense. But I guess it's kind of powerful for you to say that you're able to, you forgiving your mom opened up or expanded your thinking about the addiction and gave it a little bit of grace.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We're gonna go back to that. That's cool.
You wrote these questions down?
No,
Mm.
that was just from my head because I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
I know about you, and what's crazy is like being a woman. The way a lot of us think is if a man doesn't have a good relationship with his mother,
Yeah.
then it's dangerous for us.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't have it. And my first husband didn't have a good relationship with his mom,
Mm-hmm.
and it definitely, because when a man has a good relationship with his mom or has forgave his mom or anything like that, it moves him into the space of being able to really love and totally respect a woman. But if you have, in my opinion, I'm not a counselor, just on words on the street. But if you, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying?
But like just having
I'm sorry where I
like
was going.
not having a good relationship with your mom kind of
It,
affects like a
because that's the
relationship.
first woman in your life. So
You're
that
right.
was the first that was either the first good or the first bad for you.
Right.
So you hold that. It's kind of like a woman who wasn't raised with a male or had bad males in her life. When she steps out, she automatically has this guard up and these preconceived notions about men.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? That.
So going back to that, I felt like my gram played a big role into like my life.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like she was always there. Like no matter what. Like I'm telling you, I'm walking across town from here, let's say to the district, right? Late at night. Me and my younger sister, my brother was out doing what he was doing. The door was always open at my grams, or dinner was always made at my grams. Like I felt like she was like my first love.
Your first love.
And she passed, but the reason why I would fly home for my daughter was let someone in there. They wanted to be invited.
Let's see what it. No, it wasn't no way. I know they always pop up.
So like even though like I would go home, reason why I would take my daughter home was for my gram, like she didn't fly. Like if she flew, like I'm flying her out, but I would pop up in my gram's house, like and surprise her, bring her flowers, and like she was like my person.
And
And
this was your mom's father?
my mom,
Your mom's mom?
my mom's mom.
Okay.
And then she had passed about a year ago. It was January 30th or 31st. And when I get the call, it's like, you need to come now. So I was gonna go the next week. So I pop up. She's already like hospice, and she waited for me. I felt like when I got there off the plane, straight to the house, sit next to her. Got there like 8 o'clock. Was there till 12, and I went to my high school to like sign some papers. Then I get the call that she passed once I left the house. So I felt like she was honestly waiting to see me. Not saying I might be the favorite. You know what I mean? I might be the favorite, but she was my love. Like I got her like tatted like on my arm up here.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I got my grand. And that was before she passed. You know what I mean? And I got my dad over here, but she was always like my rock. Like whenever.
Did she have any insight on you and your mom's relationship? Do you think that she was there for you so much because maybe her daughter wasn't, or because she understood her struggle, or what do you think?
I think so. And just being a gram,
Mm-hmm.
like they're always more loving to I feel like their grandkids.
Yeah.
I feel like she knew what she was out there doing, like you know what I mean. So, and then she lost her son to the drug game,
Mm-hmm.
like fentanyl.
Yeah.
So my uncle. So I feel like she knew, and it's just a bad situation.
Yeah.
But I feel like that may have been why she was more loving, and I was more clingy to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
She
So
understood what you might have needed.
yeah.
Yeah. What? So I want to ask you a question about manhood, but before I do, what parts of your younger self do you understand better now? You said you were really angry before at your mom and stuff, and then now you're 42.
Yeah.
So what changed? Like what did you have to understand about yourself in order to get through this?
I think just having a daughter, like, kind of like changed me, like how much loving that I pour into her, and like how much she needs her mom,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's never, I don't care what goes on at her mom's house, her mom can never, I don't think her mom could do wrong,
Mm-hmm.
like whether she does wrong or not, but I just feel like her mom's always going to be in her life. And no matter, like, if something happens, like, she's the first person I call, and we have a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like just having a daughter kind of changed my perspective of just loving. Like, I don't ever want my daughter to feel like I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't have a mom that she may have loved me, but I didn't feel the love. There was no, when I left the house, I love you,
Yeah.
right? There was no notes or anything in my lunchbox.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was, it was always, I don't even say tough love. Like, I can't even tell you how many times my mom tell me she loved me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I give that to my daughter almost every time. Like, I called her today.
Mm-hmm.
What's the least, I text her mom, what's the least on? She's not, can I talk to her?
Yeah.
I gotta work. I just want to tell you I love you, my mom. Like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just always,
You just pour everything into her.
Yeah.
I understand.
So,
Okay, we're gonna switch it up a little bit because I know I'm all deep on your heartstrings right now.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, we on the podcast. We're in the streets.
Okay. What does masculine energy mean to you today?
What do you mean, like?
So, you mind if I light my blunt?
Oh, go ahead.
So, I had a guest. I've had a few guests on
Yeah.
here, and we talked about masculine and feminine energy. So, I had a few males who said that in the earlier years they used to act strictly off emotion,
Yeah.
get upset, do things. I had some males who came on and said that emotion led me to trials and tribulations in my life, which I had to notice came from me moving out of emotion and not moving out of me thinking about what I'm doing before I'm doing,
Yeah.
which some people categorize as feminine energy and masculine, just because females are more emotional and men are supposed to be more analytical. But sometimes when men are raised in households with females,
Yeah.
they act more off emotion, and they have to learn that from like a big brother, somebody like that. So you were raised primarily by your father.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what masculinity is to you today. But then I'm gonna actually go a little bit deeper after that, because you're the opposite of the males that I've had on here.
So
Want me to ask it one more time?
I know the question, but
Okay.
I don't know how to answer it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another question. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Do you feel like you've ever carried any feminine energy?
Never at all. Like
It's so funny how some males are like never, and
yeah,
some are like, well, yeah.
cause I was growing up of being a leader. Like my dad always taught me to be a leader.
Hmm.
Like, and I was always that type of person. And he always taught me to do stuff by myself. Right? Don't ever have no friends because they're always, no matter what, if they get jammed up,
You got to deal with it.
they gonna snitch on you.
Hmm.
Right? So it's like, don't ever fight someone. Don't ever plan a fight. If you're gonna fight someone, you see him when you see him.
Yeah.
Right? So I got in plenty of fights, and then there's a lot of times where I'm out and I'm like, I used to fight like a lot, and people know like I don't mess with him. Like it don't matter you big or small, I'm gonna fight you. Like if you big and you picking on a small person and you bullying a small person in the club, you might have to see me. And that's the type of person like I was like in my early 20s,
Yeah.
late 20s, like growing up. But then I grew out of that. Like I don't even want to fight no more. Like I tell people like, please, like if something happens in the club and I'm out, like my bad. Like I'm sorry.
So do you think you ever worked off of emotion, or have you ever been told that you have feminine energy?
No.
Have you? So have you ever been told that you have too much masculine energy, or that you're aggressive, or that you?
I was told I was probably aggressive.
Have you ever been
Yeah.
told that you were like hard to talk to, like on an emotional level?
Yes.
Okay.
Like when things like if I'm like in a heat of the moment,
Mm-hmm.
like it is definitely hard to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like I'll be listening like with Elliot,
Mm-hmm.
like when we be talking like in our the other podcast.
Yeah. Shout out the bridge.
Shout out the bridge. I be listening to him because that type of stuff works. Like when you feeling like you're upset or he feels like he's upset and he can't talk about it, like let's come back to it. So I've been working on if I'm upset, like let me just come back to it because honestly, it's probably not a good thing to talk to me right now because I might spaz or I might you're not gonna like what I have to say.
But what's wrong with taking a second and being able to get through it?
Because sometimes it don't take a second.
But I mean, what's because from a woman's perspective, when I hear that,
Yeah, because you want answers
I'm
now.
thinking about emotion, right?
You want answers right now.
But my thing is like if you ask me something,
Yeah.
right, and it makes me upset, and I tell you, you know what, I don't even want to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to it.
Yeah.
And I go deal with other stuff. I go deal with work, and I can go deal with everything else, right? But I can't deal with my partner.
Yeah.
To me, that seems like something we have that needs to go through
right now. Yeah.
Like because to me, it's like, okay, I understand that, but I don't understand walking. I understand walking away for 30 minutes. I understand walking away to the other room for a second.
Yeah.
But before we leave this house, or before we can go, like we can't just go and pretend like everything's cool. But this is in the air. Like,
yeah, I'm like that. I'm like that too. But like I said, I'm working.
Yeah, no, I understand. So,
yeah.
But that's where I'm like, I just wonder, like, is there a place where, like, instead of walking away, like where men say, okay, well, maybe walking away isn't the right reaction either.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's a median.
Let me take a deep breath. Let me come back and think about it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
to me, it's like kind of dismissive.
Yeah.
Like if you come to me with something that's really bothering you or on your heart, and I tell you, I don't want to deal with that right now,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it on Wednesday. And today's Sunday, it's like,
Nah, you can't wait that long.
but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so that's
Like,
why I
nah,
don't
we
really
gotta get this.
understand.
We gotta get this. Like, let me get an hour or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let me get an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when shit
But-
pop off, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to.
But what does go mean?
Like, I'm
with
ready
your
to.
partner. Like, what does it mean when you say I'm ready to go?
I don't got a partner.
I know, but I'm saying that's
Yeah.
what we're speaking in just hypothetical. Like,
What does go mean? Like, I'm ready to handle the situation right now, and then most likely, you're probably not gonna like what I have to say.
But is what you have to say come from a place of
Anger.
It's not coming from a place of
So, because if I'm heated, it's not gonna come from a place of love. It's gonna come from a place of anger, and then most of the time, it's not gonna be what someone wants to hear.
But is that because it turns personal, or is that because maybe the message that you're going to give about the situation is going to be too straightforward, so you want to fluff it up?
Yes, probably too straightforward because I ain't sugarcoating shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of person I am. Like, I'm just gonna tell you how it is. You come out of the room and we're about to go to dinner. Like, how I look. Now that lipstick is. You need to take that lipstick off.
But shouldn't you be able to say that, and you don't have to fluff it up? Like, you know what?
No,
tomorrow it will look good.
No, never.
Never. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Never.
why should you be able to say that?
But you can't because you just took the time to get all dolled up.
To look crazy. So take it off.
Right,
so take it off.
But some girls are not going to like that response.
You want me to let you go outside looking crazy? And I'm going to tell you, as a man, that's what you have to tell her. You would rather me let you go outside looking crazy?
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go. If you want to look crazy, that's what you have to tell. Because that's just a woman who's trying not to humble herself. Because if the man who's with you tells you it looks crazy.
Yeah, too hard.
You gotta come on. It looks a little crazy. Now I'm not talking about you don't like the short skirt or you don't like the skin, but I'm talking about if she got on that
makeup.
She put that shit on and it ain't that shit on.
It's time to take it off. Yeah, because I mean, if she gonna put on a short skirt, like that's her. Like you can't tell me what I gotta wear. I'm not gonna tell you what you gotta wear. But I know, like you, my girl. At the end of the day, like
I know who I'm with. So I know you're gonna keep it. Yeah. I thought that was real interesting how you said what females have said to you about maybe the aggression or stuff like that because you were raised primarily by a father.
Yeah.
So with the feminine energy low key missing, well, you had it from your grandmother, but it's grandma's life, you know. But so you didn't have a lot of that to pick up on.
No.
You also didn't have a lot of that was tolerated.
Right. And I don't think there was a lot of feminine love just around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even at my grandma's house, like, a lot of times she had foster kids over there. Like, a lot of them were boys, like, some of them were girls, but it was still, like, doggy, like, the foster kids, like, were trying to take place. And I'm like, yo, like, this is my grandma. So I used to fight with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thinking, like, they're like, nah, this is my house. Like, you're not coming to my grandma's house thinking this is your house. Young or not. Yeah. Like, what are you going to fight?
What do you feel like the crack epidemic did to our generation? Because my parents, they did crack. They didn't end up being addicted, but my dad did sell it for a while.
Yeah.
Then he went and selling cocaine. Then he was done. But this was from the 80s up until probably like the late 90s, early 2000s. And so I always knock on wood and say that me and my brothers were one of those, and I don't even want to call it lucky kids, but how my dad put it after he stopped selling drugs to us, he said he might not have got addicted and we might not have felt the effects, but he felt like he was ruining his own community. right? So it's like two sides of the coin, and I was on the other side. But with that, a lot of my friends were on the flip side of the coin.
Right, that even like messed me up for a little bit because I started selling coke. I ain't never sell crack, but I sold coke, and I knew a lot of my friends were selling crack to my mom that I grew up with. You know what I mean? So it's like,
And how does so you selling coke and then your friends selling that to your mom? How do you analyze that?
like
It's part of the game.
I think sometimes I think it's part of the game,
Yeah.
but I'd rather her get it from them, thinking back, than get it from someone else. Like I woke up 5 years old to a gun to my head from the police because there was people selling. The reason why my mom and my dad separated because my mom chose the drug dealers over my dad, and my dad wasn't having it. And then she kicked him out, and then people start selling coke and crack out of my house. Like you got this candy here.
Yeah.
There's a big bowl, V, of this crack bottles and coke bottles in the middle of my table. Like my house woke up to a gun in my head, my house being busted from the cop. Just pissed myself.
At 5 years old.
At 5 years old.
Yeah.
Right? So that kind of like affect me. And then whatever I wanted, bite, anything, like the drug dealers are paying for it because they were living in my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these
So
are
it was glorified, but then for you, it's like it was glorified in your house, but you saw you weren't glorified.
no. So in my life, I never did a hard drug in my life. No coke, no crack. No, I smoked weed before, but that was it.
Yeah.
Like I've never did any of that stuff. I sold it. People like, how you sell it? Nigga, I'm not touching that shit. And I see what it did to my mom. And I told myself I would never touch it.
How were you able to sell it with how how were you able to sell it with being so against it with with what you went through with your mom? What was that?
Because I just think how I was raised and then just not having a job and then all my boys selling it
That's what you
and then needed the money at the time. And then it was just easy for me because then I had friends in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like back then when a gram was $50, like I was selling a gram at the college, an engineer college, for $80. And I wasn't even really touching it. I'm just dropping it off, just picking up the money. And my boy just wanted a haircut out of it. He was giving it. So then I would sell at the bars and shit like that. But
What made you step away from that?
it just wasn't my life at the time. And like, like I got a job, started working with behavioral sex offender kids and shit like that. And then like once I got into that, it was like I didn't need the money. Was the money good? The money was good. But I never been to jail.
What is behavioral sex offender?
So behavioral, so like kids that have behavioral problems, right? Can't get into foster care, they come to this facility. Or
but they're sex offenders?
Then I was working with sex offenders where they're from age 7 to age 20. So it's a whole facility. And then there's a state hospital at this facility. So I started working night shift and then I started working on like during the day, and then I started working in a school, then I work overtime at this facility. But the kids stayed there. We had kids in Pennsylvania, we had kids from California, all over.
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't a lockdown facility because if you press on the door for more than 15 seconds, it opens.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're in that facility, like you get there, you're there for, if they could find a foster kid for you, 6 months is the least, depending on your case. If not, you're there for a year, if not more. So we're getting gang-related kids, behavioral kids, kids that just can't find foster cares, and then sex offenders. Sex offenders are on their own unit. Like this facility is called Kids Peace. So this facility is big. Up top, they had a state hospital. People that are trying to kill themselves, cutters, overdose. I mean, so once I started working there, I kind of took a step back. You know what I mean? And then my one boy that was selling coke and crack was like, listen, this is the last time I'm giving to you. Nigga, you need to find a job. Like, this isn't your life. Like, nigga, you are in college. Like, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How, when you work with kids now, You said you just explained the different types of kids you work with.
Mhm.
Going through what you went through, how do you relate that? Like, how do you, when you have children to come through and you see pieces of you, how do you relate to them?
I think I could just relate. I think I can relate to them because of my story, my background. And I think in that facility, a lot of the kids cultivated towards me. You know what I mean? Like just me, like being there for them or telling them, like, well, bro, I know what you like. I don't know what you're going through, but I know what you're going through because you never know what someone's going through.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're feeling. I don't know what you're going through,
yeah,
but this is my story.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people are like, oh, I know what you feel. No, you don't know how I feel.
Have you ever looked into like Big Brothers?
Well, I was a mentor for the Grizzly. So I do
Oh,
like
okay.
Grizzly.
Grizzly's
Yeah, so
good.
I was a mentor for that. And then I just have like just kids always reaching out just off the me just coaching. Like I just connect with a bunch of kids. Like even working at the high school, like we get a new principal and she's like, oh, like you seem like you're not approachable. And she tried to bring me into the other principal. So like they're like the principal, the main principal
Yeah,
was like everyone loves him. Like he like everyone he could talk to anyone. When I got a problem with this, that, like I go and get him because everyone like appreciates him, like respects
yeah.
him. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like I could just touch different types of kids from all different cultures.
Go now where you're at now, and going through what you went through with your mom and processing it now. How do you think it's benefiting you? Stepping into the world of finding for I'm assuming that you're dating for forever, not for just now. So finding a forever partner, how do you feel like you bridging that gap of the issue with you and your mom? How do you think that's gonna help in the future? I'm assuming that's like ongoing.
Just being open.
Yeah.
Never trying to hide anything. Being passionate about my life and then the dating scene. You know what I mean? Just letting people know that I am serious about it. It's not easy because I'm any weird type of thing. It's like
Do you have more empathy for women, or have you? Wait a minute. Let's go back. Have you watched any of the videos that I've done?
no.
None. That's how my co-host does me, huh? Are you following me on YouTube, Eddie?
No.
Eddie, you're not subscribed to me on YouTube?
You're gonna subscribe right now.
You see? Wow, Eddie.
I hate watching. Do you watch our podcast?
No, never.
Yeah. See?
Ever. I've never watched it, but I subscribed. Eddie. I just don't like watching myself. But these, I have to edit them, so I watch them. Well, a lot of the other,
See, it's not even on here. Word on the street's not on here.
Words on the Street with a Z. A lot of the other podcasts. Oh man, a lot of the other podcasts.
Let's see what's still live right now.
Yeah.
That's it. No, that's
Let me
not
see.
right.
WORDZ on the street.
Right here.
Yep, this one. A lot of the other podcast conversations come from you.
Can we take a break?
Yeah. Pause TikTok. Johnny's cousin was here and he said that he looked at something, I don't know if it was TikTok or YouTube, but I had like 17,000 views or something. And I was like, wow. Yeah, I've only been doing it for like a little bit over 2 months, I think. Pretty cool. So, a lot of the last subjects on the podcast came from you. Well, some of them. Because you said some controversial stuff.
It's always good. You gotta speak your mind.
You gotta speak your mind.
Yeah.
So, with your growth, it's been 60 days.
Dang, man, Calvin. It hasn't been 6 days since I've been here last.
maybe not since you've been here last, but you were one of my first
Okay.
podcasts, and I've only had it maybe about 70 days. So, okay, so from there, you came back today. There was things we couldn't get into.
I've been back.
You
This
said
is my third time.
it's your third time.
Yeah.
You know, and then you also you said you're looking at women a little bit different. Have any of your views changed about women or anything?
I don't think so. I'm dating right now. I've been dating a girl for about a month and a half since the last podcast. Probably like,
Well, I'm sure she aligned with your views
yeah,
of how you felt with the. Okay.
right.
So, before you come back next, Eddie, because will you come back?
Yeah, whenever you want me back, I'm coming back.
All
man.
right, make sure you.
Yeah,
come
but
back.
listen, this is the thing. You got these people over here, like, they probably gonna put me on the T app again. They gonna put me on the
I
T app.
didn't even bring up
Yeah,
the
this is-
T-app.
yeah, I know, but they got a bunch of haters. Y'all niggas is hating out there.
I
you know what I
didn't
mean?
bring up the T-app.
Yeah, like,
But a lot of there was females who came on and they started talking about how things had happened in their past and what made them certain ways.
Yeah.
And how the way that they were raised and different things, traumatic things that might have happened to them in their younger years, shaped them to how they dealt with men. And as they grew, they learned, as they healed, really,
Yeah.
they started changing behavior. But then I had a man on here who said the same thing. That's why you need to watch some of these podcasts. So I had a man on here and he said, nah, I can't judge a woman if she deals with me the first time, like, because you never know what females have went through in their life. And so every female deals with men and sexuality different, and sometimes it comes from trauma. And when he said that, it was profound to me, like, oh, okay. But maybe this man also has a lot of females in his life and in his family. So I'm like, maybe there was something that gave him empathy for a woman in his life for him to open up like that.
Right. So
Right?
the one podcast I said, no, I can't date someone that I smack on the first date. So I smacked the John on the first date that I've been dating for about a month and a half right now. So
Okay.
we smacked on the first date. So, and the reason why I feel like I'm still with her because I just feel like her intentions are what my intentions are.
Okay.
I mean, so
And what are your intentions?
long term.
Okay.
Right? And she wants to say, like, she's a good mom. I feel like she's a good mom. I feel like she takes care of her kids. I feel like she's a provider. She grinds. She got 2 jobs. She's a teacher, and she works in the school. She's a teacher, and she has like a
Now I have a clip of you saying
that
it doesn't matter. No, let me say it. I got the clip of Eddie saying that it doesn't matter if you, as you say, smack a Jones on the first night.
John.
Okay.
John.
John on the first night.
Yeah.
Then there's no way for her to cross that boundary.
Yeah.
You said that.
But
So what was
I just
different about her that made you cross that boundary?
think like I said, it's like her lifestyle. Like,
how did you get that far to care about her lifestyle, being so judgmental of a woman who has that action?
because I feel like she got her shit together, and I feel like I could see myself with her. See myself with her. There's a lot of times when you smack a John in the first time, like if I smack a John on the first date, a lot of times it's most likely like that's what she wants. Girls are grimy.
Did this girl not want that?
No,
Oh, but
no. She wanted it when it was happening. I'm like, nah. Like, listen. Like, I'm gonna be back. Like, I'm
so
coming.
she was apprehensive.
Like, I'm coming back. Like, and I'm telling you right now. And she's like, nah, I don't want to do it. So you don't got to. Like, I'm gonna be back. Like,
So her being apprehensive made you understand. Okay, so you don't think this is regular behavior?
from her
Yes.
No.
Is this regular behavior from you?
to like say no in the first, because I said no. Like, she wanted to. She wanted to see the girl. She wanted to, but just the vibe.
I said,
Other night-
is it your regular behavior
To smack on the first date?
Yeah. Was your behavior that you had with this girl regular behavior and she showed you something different that kept you there? Or did you do something different?
Nah, I was like, my mindset that night was I wasn't, because I was feeling her vibe. Like, and I wanted a second date, and I didn't want to.
So you talked to her previously more than just, hey, let's go on a date. Like, you guys actually had conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a little different because what I felt like you were describing on the last podcast was like if you talk to somebody through the dating app,
Yeah.
and they're like, okay, boom, we're going to meet at Applebee's or wherever. And then you're able to do that the first night. Then you're like, nah. But you're saying that you talked to this woman.
Talk to her.
And then you guys met up after you guys had some conversation. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally different. So if that wasn't the case, like if you still stand on what you said then, or you take some back.
I can't stand on it no more because I'm hoping this will be the last one. Like,
yeah,
she's cool. Like she's kind of like into the stuff that I'm into. She coaches
that's
her
fine.
daughters. You know what I mean? Like I said, like she's a go getter. She's just cool. Like she works out.
You trust her?
I trust her.
Yeah.
Like,
are you leaving some of the insecurities that you had before, or the generalizations that you had about women before, behind you in order to?
I always try to be like, I always try to like have like a clean slate and just be the most honest and open person and communicative when I get into like the dating scene. Like if I'm dating someone, like one person, like I don't try to hide anything. I don't be like, nah, like I ain't doing, like I'm honest. Like if you want my phone, like, and I tell them like I don't want to hide nothing from you. Like I'm only dating you. If you want my password, you want my phone, to get in my phone. Everything somebody needs.
Do you
is in the phone.
expect that back?
No, because I don't want to. Because the last time I was in that, when I went through someone's phone,
you fucked around and found out. You found out. You found what you were looking for.
Smizzy, crackhead, all types of.
What's a smizzy?
Oh, like sending all these pictures, having guys sending you all these pictures. Like, why is your phone? Why does your phone look like this? Like,
would you have rather not seen it?
Yeah, that shit pissed me off.
You'd rather still be there?
Huh?
You'd rather still be there and love?
Would I what?
You said you'd rather have not seen it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you would rather...
I'm glad I seen it.
Yeah.
Because then it, like, I mean, I was still there because it was early. And then, like, just knowing, like, and then people were like, I was going to tell you, like, Mo, nigga, like, fucking tell me. Like, yeah, she's out there like that. Like, yeah, you didn't tell me she was a cokehead? Like, you didn't tell me she was out there fucking...
It was your girl. You were in love.
No, not...
You were in love. So, okay. Well, we have to touch on it because, you know, you went ahead and touched on you were dating. So you opened the door. So we did talk about you dating black women at one point during the podcast.
I dated... So when I was in, like, first and second, I dated 2 black girls.
Did you say first and second grade?
Did you say first and second grade, Eddie?
And then after that, I dated a half black, half white girl. That was it. Everybody else was like white or Asian, Mexican.
You just said first or second grade.
Yeah, that was it. Carissa and Jesseline.
Shout out Carissa
and Jesseline. Yeah.
Shout y'all out.
Carissa Jackson, Jesseline White. My Jones, you know what I mean? They still cool peoples.
Shout y'all out.
Yeah.
We shout them out.
Yeah.
And then after that, okay, so this young woman is...
That I'm talking to right now?
Yeah. Well, not yesterday. You don't want to say what she is?
She's white.
Okay. All right. I just want to know if you were catching because I never know where you're going with it. Eddie, is there anything you want to let us know?
No. Y'all niggas just need to stop hating this fucking shit.
What's been going on with T-App?
I don't know. I haven't
Or
been
the
on there. I
long
haven't
poke,
seen it.
whatever. Because you was on a few.
I don't know.
Major rounds.
No one sent me a text like, yo, you back up on there.
You let your new girl know you was on there?
No. I'm not letting her know I was on there because this
You don't think
shit's
she's gonna see
bullshit.
word on the street?
So the shit
You
that
don't think she's gonna see word on the
no,
street?
but the shit that
Show her my podcast and have her subscribe.
the
Don't
shit
do
that was on there, yeah, I'm
Don't
having
be a hater.
subscribe.
Don't
I ain't
be a
gonna be a hater. The shit that was
I need
that
subscribers.
was on there, like girls are just fucking trifling. But I could go. I know all y'all bitches that was on there. Everyone that says something, I know who you are.
You're not supposed to call girls a B word.
No, the motherfuckers that are on there, V.
You're a little upset about it.
Yeah, cause that's some bullshit, and they know.
You gotta let it go.
I'm Gucci, but they can talk shit about me, and I can't talk shit about them. Fuck them.
You're not Gucci right now. This is a
Yeah.
little. It's a little.
I'm always Gucci. Like,
You're a little. You got a little hostile when we talked about
Listen,
the T-app.
shit don't change. Like
Tell your girl about the T-app, bro.
shit don't change.
You
She
gotta
knows
tell-
about the T-app.
Okay. She knows about T-app.
Yeah, and there's like where she's from. It's the same shit where she's from.
But you're not on that one.
No, because I haven't dated. I haven't dated in Bakersfield yet.
Oh, she's in the Baco? She's in the Baco?
I haven't dated in Taft and Bakersfield
Yeah,
yet.
I got family out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
do I.
don't be dating with my cousins. Bro.
They white.
Oh, no, not white. No, I don't.
Like this nigga.
I probably do have some Caucasian cousins.
Yeah.
I just don't know where.
This nigga.
Okay, well, I have one last question for you. If your daughter was to watch this conversation,
Yeah.
let's say a few years from now, how old is she?
She just turned 6.
She's 6. So let's say she was to watch this at 23. What would you tell her?
What part? About what part? My mom, the T-apps.
What would you tell her? It doesn't matter. Like if she watched the video,
If
she watched the whole
the thing,
video.
Yeah, that
Hold
that's,
on, she watched every video.
That's dad's life. Dad don't ever want you to date someone that be going through some shit. Hey.
Are you go when you meet a man, right? When at least brings in the young
College.
When at least brings in the young
In college.
whatever, in
Yeah.
college, okay. At 18, okay.
19.
If you think so, okay.
19.
If you think so, okay.
Because that's when she'll be in college.
Okay. If when Elise brings him in, when Elise wants to go to prom, and she's not going with girls, so she brings in her date, right? She's 17. Okay.
She's
Beautiful.
gonna have basketball or soccer or something. She ain't allowed to go to prom.
That's crazy. So, cause her mama's gonna make sure she go with the nice dress.
Yeah, we were talking about
Beautiful,
that this last week.
So are you gonna look at this guy and say, I want him to be like me, or I don't want him to be like me?
You know what? I want him to be like me because the love that I pour into my daughter, she's gonna realize that that's the type of person that she's gonna want to date, someone like her dad.
How you deal with women, how you dealt with women.
But that's not the way that I'm raising my daughter, right? So she doesn't know how I dealt with women or how I've been with women, but the way that I raised my daughter, showing up to her school with flowers, taking her to get her nails done, just us two, right? Always loving her, just surprising her, loving her the way that I love her. She's gonna want someone that's gonna be like her dad.
You don't think that she's ever gonna deal with a man that maybe doesn't stand up to the standards of her father, and you're gonna see pieces of the unhealed Eddie in him?
She might. But that's her own path that she's gonna have to deal with. But right now, right now, my job is to make sure that she finds someone that treats her like I treat her. You know what I mean? Find someone that that loves her like I love her. Because she's not gonna know that's bad. Whether she looks at this at 23 or she looks at this at 18, she's just gonna know how dad treats her. When dad shows up to school, when dad open arms, when dad has flowers.
Are you gonna let her know your past though?
She doesn't need. Like, I don't think she needs to know my past. If she needs to know my past, she wants to know like how I was raised and stuff like that. She can know that. She doesn't need to know my dating life path. I don't think that's her business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was important for my dad to let me know that he wasn't always the man that he was at that time.
Yeah.
And that it was important also, like I only saw my dad respect my mom. So it wasn't about what my dad like you said, it's about what you show her, right?
Yeah.
But I also knew my dad's truth, and his truth was he grew into this man. He wasn't always this man. So that's why he can give me the advice when he sees a piece of the young him, when he sees that in a man, that's what gives him credibility to call that out and say, I know you see glitter and gold right now, but I see the little piece of that young man that maybe at 20 you can't recognize.
Right. So I like that. You know why? Because as a parent, there's no but.
No, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
So what you just telling me right now is good information.
Yeah.
So maybe I can tell her. Maybe I would. No, not maybe. I probably will tell her that.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've been through it. You know what I mean? And I seen it, and I was probably that type of person. But not but. So like I said, the way I'm raising her, I can relate back to. I see it in that kid, like she's not the right person for you.
Because see, you can look back and say you have very strong views and you stand by what you believe in.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if the woman likes it or not. You have a way that you stand as a man.
Yeah.
And so your daughter sees that, but you're also instilling in her that if you have your views, so if that man has different views or he wants you to bend, you don't bend.
Right.
You stand by yours. And then if he's not the right one for you, he's not the right. Like I see you showing, because you're very strong. So it's important for you to let her know your story, because your story is what makes you the man that you are.
Right.
To be able to be like, there's something that makes you a great father. You didn't just drop out the sky. You went through these things, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I fuck with you, dude, because every time I talk to you or every time we're on the podcast, I'm always learning something from you.
Well, thank you, because I learned something from you too, and that's why I keep inviting you back, because I think it's like the way that you think about stuff is so like. I was raised with a strong father.
Right.
So
same here, but not a strong mother. Not a present mother.
Yeah, but see, so the way that you think about a lot of things, that's how my dad was with my brothers, and he has to be a little softer with me, but I heard that same stuff on the flip side. You move like this is how men are going to treat you.
Yeah.
You move like this is how you're going to be looked at. I just had my mom on the other side to soften. So I understand exactly what you're saying, but I got to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate you being here.
Always.
All right, that's
I'll
where
be
we're
back.
on the street. See you later.
Choo-choo.